In this video, we are going to create a Python script that automatically organizes files in any folder based on their file extension. For example, if you have mix of images, documents, spreadsheet, and audio files, this script will create a different folder for each file type, keeping everything neat and tidy. Before we dive into the code, let's make sure we have everything we need. We will be using OS, shuttle, and login modules that are built-in modules, so you don't need to install anything extra. Let's start by importing necessary modules. So first we will import OS that is used for interacting with operating system like file paths, and then we will import shuttle that provide functions to move and copy files, and then we will import login that allow tracking of events in our program, and then we will import time. So here we configure the logging settings where we specify the file name where we get all the logs of our script, and here we define the directory that the script will monitor. In this script we will organize the file of download folder. You can adjust this to the folder where you want to organize your files. Here we use expand user that will expand this tilde symbol with the current user's home directory. So if we print the watch directory, you can see how the directory will look like. And here we create a dictionary that categorizes file types by their extension. Each key, for example images, has a list of file extension that belongs to that category. And here we define a function, organize file, that takes 3 parameters: file path, file name, and extension. This function moves a file to the correct folder based on its extension. And here we initialize the default folder name for unknown file types, and then we iterate through the file types dictionary. If the file's extension matches one of the categories, it assigns folder name to that category and exits the loop. And here we construct the path for the destination folder by joining watch directory and folder name. And this is how it will look like. And if it doesn't exist, it creates a folder and log this event. And then we are using shuttle.move to move the file. In the first parameter, we pass the current file path, and in the second parameter, we pass the path where we want to move that file. If any error occurs, it logs and print that error message. And here we define a function, organize existing file, that organizes files that are already present in the watch directory. For example, in our downloads. So first we iterate through each file in the watch directory. So os.listdir lists all the file in the specified directory, and then we combines the directory path and the file name to create the full path. And here we checks if the file points to the file, not the directory, by using isFile function. If it is a file, it extracts the file extension and convert it to lowercase and log the action and call the organize file function to move the file. And then we define a function, start monitoring, that will continuously check the specified directory for new files. First we initialize already processed to keep the track of files that have already been organized. We are using set to make sure that we don't have duplicate files, and then we logs and print the message indicating that monitoring has started. Here we have an infinite loop that will run in every 60 seconds, in which we initializes the current files, which contains the set of files currently in the directory, and in the new files we calculates the difference between current files and already processed to identify files that haven't been organized yet, and then iterates through the each new file identified. For each new file, it constructs the file path and checks if it is a valid file. If valid, it extracts the extension and call organize file function to move the file. And then we updates the already processed set to include newly organized file. Here we pause the loop for 60 seconds before checking for a new file again. And now call the organize existing file function and start monitoring function that will first organize the existing file of the current watch directory. In this case, that is downloads folder, and then we'll start monitoring so that if you download a new file, it will be organized in the specific folder. You will get the source code in the description. Before running the script, you can see the download folder where we have different files with different file types, and if we run the script, it will organize all the existing files. And if we check our download folder, you can see all the files are organized in the specific folder. For example, in my image folder, we have all the image files, and the script is monitoring downloads folder in every 60 seconds. For example, if I download a new MP3 file, it will be organized automatically in the specific folder. So if you found this video useful, hit the like button, and for more content like this, you can subscribe this channel.